Hi guys, and today we're going to be making a Halloween pumpkin soup. Okay, so first of all we're going to need a strainer to, when we're finished with that, when this is in there, we're going to get some curry powder, okay guys, hot chili powder, some cumin. And how we're going to start this off is by getting a serrated knife, which will be classed as your bread knife. Now guys, this is one of the sharpest knives in the kitchen, so please be very careful when using this. We're going to keep it on its flat and we're going to go in and just slowly slice straight across, so it goes straight across as such, like that. This will leave you with your pumpkin as such. Okay, now what we're going to do here is a couple of ways for you guys, just because it's a pumpkin. Some people might not have worked with a pumpkin before or whatever not, so I'm going to make a nice little cut all the way down as far as we can to the bottom as a circle around the middle. So it's going to be releasing the pips. We can get the pips out, we can go straight down and we can just keep cutting around. So there we have it. Okay, now with this you can either go in, grab it, pull it as such like this. Okay, keep grabbing it, there we go. And then we've got that middle bit out, so now if we get a large spatula as such like this, can be one of these, we'll be left with like that. Okay guys, like this, like that. And then I'm just going to go like this. You can even put him on his side if you like, and I'm just going to try and get all these seeds out that we have inside of here. Okay, so I'm going to do it this way for you as well, so then we can see all the seeds coming out in here as such. There we go. We'll do the next one. You can keep turning. Take your time on this guys, we want all the seeds out. Don't worry about any of the pulp that we're losing from the pumpkin or anything like that. There's plenty of it to go around, so there we go. Just take your time. It might take a couple of minutes, might take a couple of minutes extra, but that's fine. Take it all in our own time guys. It's definitely the thing about cooking, is that we do it all in our own time. We might see myself or somebody else make a meal or do something that seems super fast, but like we always say, the beauty of cooking, you do it at your own pace. You can make your own stuff, taste how you want, and if it takes you a little bit longer, that's completely fine. My bin is down here guys. If you always have a bin close by you, that's fine. Makes it even better. Make sure we're washing our hands, keeping ventilation around. Every time before we start, I always wash my hands. Right then, I've boiled a kettle before, boiling water, probably about 500 to 1 litre of water there. Now for me, for one portion, that'll be completely fine. I'm going to leave him onto here and I'm going to move him up to a high heat, medium to high. So we can just keep going there, and that'll be like that for about 2 minutes, just so we can blast him, keep him warm, then we'll move him down to a lower heat. Okay, now there's a few ways that we can work with this. So with your serrated knife, we can take one side, okay, slowly pull him out, that's fine. Go down the same angle as what you was just on there, because then as we see guys, the back end of the knife will be on the same cut as what it was to go all the way through. Okay, so there we go, it's just there. If it comes out, then we go back in again there. Okay, that will leave it like this. Now as we know from when we're cooking, we don't want any of our products like that. Okay, so we can have it like that, we can have it like this, we can have it like that. But what I'm going to do with this half of a one, okay, I'm going to turn him on his head like this, and I'm just going to cut him straight down, okay, which will leave our two like this. Okay, then we can chop off this end and we have that bit. Now don't worry, this bit we can throw. If you want to save it, you just cut it off like we're going to do in here. But for this here now, what we can do is just do a little bit of cut like this, get it across. So we're going to be going down, and you can slowly see as we're here where the pumpkin is and where the skin is. You see mine's gone down just a little bit there, so I can just release it there. But if you want to do your line across there, that's completely fine. Now if you want to stand him up and do it, that's going to be even easier and better for you guys. So then, yes, we do have a little bit left over in there. What we can do is cut like that and cut him away from there. Now you can keep going down, but for me, in this here, that's perfect. So, as such, we'll go again. We'll just cut that straight off. In it goes. If you want to, you can have him straight down like that. You can hold him, and then you can just do your little change your knife if you like to, because that one was serrated. We can get that down there, and we can just cut him straight across, straight in there, put him there, get you straightened again, and take that little bit off there if we need. We can just do this, cut that like that there, perfect. Now guys, that's a good example. Cut this. If there's a piece of skin on like that, or there's bits like this, just remember this is your dish, okay? You will be eating it, so you can do whatever you like with it. For me, let's cut that off. I would keep that bit in there, but you guys might not like that part. It's completely fine, but it might not sit well with you, it might not look right. So we have that there. See another little bit on there, perfect. The water will be boiling up now, so we can turn that down to a nice low heat. Ooh, nice little warm. We take this again off here, guys, and now we are slowly getting down to being able to chop these up into cubes and put them and make them into our soup. Okay, so if we keep going slowly, I want you guys to be doing this all very slowly, please. And these bits here, we can just keep chopping like this, keep going, keep getting across as much. If you don't like to waste this like me, always you can save all of these things. Now guys, from here, as we see this bit here, again, I wouldn't like that bit there. So all I can do is turn my knife and just take these bits off, okay? Just take it off, completely fine. So working from here, we can just cut them straight into blocks like this, okay? There we go. This one can go into 2. And remember guys, like I just said, this must seem very, like it was moving very fast. So, slow it down if we like. We need to find where we're at. Let the knife do all the work to the side. Okay? If we can see, my fingers are always away. If they're so far away, we can hold it. If we are moving very close, we can get like this, so we can get our fingers in, and the knife will never come down and chop our fingers, okay? Ever. Because if they're straight on, then you should never chop our fingers. So if this is straight on, you make that straight there, never chop our fingers. But for me, I'm going to hold it all the way down there. This bit is not really going to do much for us, so let's just put it straight in the bin. Here we go again. As we keep cooking, guys, and you're getting more confident with using the knives and the techniques and letting the knife do the work, you also will just be able to go like this and just no-hand it and just do that. But listen guys, always please take your time. Just as we're getting used to using knives and such, they are very dangerous, as we all should know, but let's just take our time. We can also clean as we go. So for me, I don't want these bits and that bit I can't get much out of, that bit I can and I can. Can't get much out of him. There's still a little bit in this. I love to save my food as much as possible. Right, now for this purpose guys, you can make them into whatever size you like, you see, and this is what I'm going to do here. Now let's move this over onto the board onto the water. Here we go. Now this is boiling water guys, so what I'd like you to do, get 1 or 2 and just place them in slowly, very slowly. We don't want the water splashing up, anything like that. If you are going to put more in, let's just hit them against the side, not throw them against the side, hit them against the side. How we can do this guys is I'm going to show you right now, okay, how we are going to do this. So if we're putting one in, let's please just slide him in from the side, because if he hits the side then it's cool, it's not going to come back up, okay, rather than going like that. It's all just going to come flying out. If it's over there and that's really boiling water, that can all come flying out and it's all going to go up, okay? That's what we don't want. So if we just slowly put them in, that's cool, perfect. Now, we're going to move over to here. We're going to move into a very high heat, the highest it can go for a couple of minutes. Okay, the high heat is the highest flame on your stove. You'll be able to see this by the flame itself. If you move it down to the lowest one, it gets really small, medium, as you'll see me talking about in videos, there's a medium heat. That's a medium flame. Low, medium, high heat, the highest flame, and you'll see that come to the highest flame. Okay. Now we're going to get a bit of ground cumin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put that in over there. We're also going to get some hot chili powder. 1, 2. That can go in there, and also some mild curry powder. Okay. 1, 2, 3. That can go in there. Perfect. Now, guys, what we're going to do, we can give this a little mix around with this, and then this is going to stay in here covered for around 45 minutes. Okay, you'll know when it's done as your pumpkins will be really soft. Okay, from here we're going to move this down, maybe just to a low heat, a low to medium heat, not medium, the top of medium, the top of the low, which is just touching into the medium heat. Okay, so low heat. We're going to leave that there. Okay, we can cover that over. I'm going to come back and revisit this in about 45 minutes when it's all soft. We can see, I can smell the aromas already. It's smelling good. Then we're going to move on to blending it and plating it up, guys. And we're back. So after about 40 to 45 minutes of keeping that covered on the hob there, we're going to then transfer it straight into a blender. Okay, so we can pour it straight in. We can put this to one side. Now this is a nice Magimix blender, a big one. If you don't have it, then it's completely fine. If you have one such as this, a handheld, completely fine. Even if it's smaller than that, however it is, no worries. Okay, so we're just going to put this back together quickly. And there we have it, guys. You can just let this blend around now for a few minutes, get the consistency. So it's a little bit thicker than just your normal water, of course. And this will take a few minutes if we keep a good eye on this just while we're standing here. For two reasons. One, so we can see it, see what the consistency, see how it's going, and two, because I love smelling it. It smells absolutely beautiful. Okay. If you want, you can just give it a little bit of a shake, like this. There we go. Now guys, it's completely fine. Don't worry if you have little chunks or little bits in it. Don't worry, you can either just reseat it through the blender again, or you can just eat it as is. You see, I like to eat it as is. And we can just keep blending this, blending it. Just take a couple of seconds longer in here. We should blend overall maybe a couple of minutes if you want. But it's completely up to you. However you like the consistency of your soup. If you like it a bit more thicker, keep it going. Keep reducing the water in your pan. If you like it just as a normal soup, perfect like it is now. If you like it a little bit runny, you can just put it in, put it straight out. So, what we're going to do now, guys, is start to work and looking at the soup. Okay? Now, there's two ways of doing this, guys. Well, if I'm honest, there will be many more, but you can either use a ladle and just get him in, and then we can pour him straight in as such, like this, and there we goes. You see, as I was saying, we've got a big chunk there that got missed out. Oh, it's not a big chunk at all really, it's just a nice little chunk there that's been missed out of this, so that's fine. Them bits there, don't have to worry about them. Okay, there we have that one soup there. Okay, now if we want to, we can add a little bit of cream into this, guys. Okay, now what we do is we can just do it from the side like this and go across and put it in, and over it goes. Now we know that the cream is in there and it's going to give it that nice little creamy little bit to it. Now if you have the thick consistency of your soup and you have a double cream, you can start getting quite inventive with it and putting little patterns and little spider webs on it as such. But for me, this one here, perfect, lovely Halloween soup, guys. And to finish it off, We're going to add that nice little bit of green colouring in there. But for this, we're just going to go straight across, straight on there. And we're just going to let it go everywhere, okay? There we go. That is, guys, our Halloween suit pumpkin. Thank you and enjoy.